Hi everybody. So it's come to, well, it's not come to just my attention, but it's come to multiple people's attention, that there is somebody in the YouTube community that, is talking about a subject. I do not want to say that she does not have this particular mental disorder. However, she has already admitted that she is not diagnosed by a professional. Like I'm going to say, I'm not a professional, in no means a professional. But I do have a little bit of experience, or a little bit more than just a little bit of experience with mental illness. The biggest thing for me, Trisha Paytas, girl, if you're going to talk about your mental illness, educate yourself. Always educate yourself. Don't actually know all the information on it. You're literally just, there's a time and place for everything, and you're not really educating people on things. And when you're trying to, you don't educate yourself before you post them. Like, sorry, if you see me looking down, it's because I actually have notes. I actually know what things are when I'm going to talk about them. Not always, but I mean, for the most part, if it's something serious like this, I will sit down, write some notes, and make sure that I actually look at them. Like I said, I don't want to say that she doesn't have DID, because like she said, she is not diagnosed by a mental health professional. However, if you're going to post yourself disassociating on the internet, make sure that you are already diagnosed by a mental health professional, especially if you're going to be talking about it on an open platform. If you're going to be trying to educate people on something, please actually be educated about it. I'm going to give a little bit of a description of what DID is. Now, I don't know all of the specifics. If you want some more information on Dissociative Identity Disorder, please go check out Dissociative. I will link them down in the description. They know a lot about DID. They've dealt with it for a really long time. Nan is amazing. Like, I'll link some people down below that actually know what they're talking about, and they will actually educate you on what is going on. The general description of DID is the disruption of the development of one personality. So when you're a child, if you have trauma, it doesn't matter what the trauma was, because for one person, you could be smacked by your mom, right? And that aids in it, or like it's a perpetual thing that aids in like not allowing your brain to come together as a cohesive unit. Another big thing is that there is amnesia. Your separate personalities can hold on to trauma and you will not know about them. I'm not going to say that I have DID, because I am not diagnosed by a mental health professional. In fact, my mental health professional or my doctor doesn't even believe that I have depression. So, and boy, I tell you what I do. Two distinct things, more than one identity, a lot of trauma as a child, or even just minimal trauma that, like, you know, I would view as minimal, like being yelled at over a cookie. That can be construed as trauma to one child, but not to another. So, or like devastating, like not everybody experiences the same type of trauma is what I'm basically trying to say. But there is one huge trend that I am noticing with this individual, Trisha Paytas, is that this isn't the first time that she has posted a video or talked about mental health, which that's fine. Talk about your mental health. That's great. But like I keep saying, be educated about what you're talking about. Don't spew random stuff. Have a list of stuff that you want to talk about, points like, it actually disassociate.
talking about?
Several videos. There we go. See, I was talking about several videos that you have made about your mental health, but it's always different. You always change your diagnosis. You always go back and forth. And you tend, I don't want to call you a bandwagoner, but it does seem that way. But I am not a mental health professional. I am not a doctor yet. That is the end goal in my career as a student. But for right now, I am not. But there's one thing that I would like to suggest. Well, a couple actually. One, Trisha, please go and seek help from a mental health professional. Get yourself a counselor, a therapist, a psychologist, whatever you need. Talk to them. Have them actually watch you as a person. Maybe have them watch your YouTube channel. It might help. I'm not 100% sure. Sorry, my nose is running. I have allergies, so I don't have COVID, at least that I don't know of, or that I know of. But anyways, if I could suggest something, I don't want to say that this is something that she has, but from obviously the content or what you choose to share with us in the real world, like I said, I don't watch all your videos. I don't like giving you the views or the subscriber count because I really don't like what you put into the world. I mean, some of your stuff is funny. That's great. But for the most part, you don't. I don't want to be rude and I don't want to be mean because I'm not you. That sounds so mean, but I'm being honest. I'm not you. I can't tell you to. I can't tell you who do you think you are, because I understand to have something going on in your brain and not knowing what it is. Okay, so because I'm telling you or you guys, I don't know if any of what she says is true because I'm not her friend. I am not somebody that knows her in her personal life. From everything that I've seen and heard, it looks like you've got Munchausen's. And if you don't know what Munchausen's is, Munchausen syndrome is a factitious disorder, a mental disorder in which a person deliberately acts as if he, she, or them has a physical or mental illness when they are not really sick. But Munchausen's in itself is a mental illness. But it also, like, in the description that I read, Munchausen's is linked to severe emotional difficulty, and from what I have viewed over, I don't know how many years I've actually kind of seen you around on Facebook, on YouTube or in the world, but I think it's like 10, 11 years. So like, I know who you are. I don't know you, but at the same time, it's from what I have witnessed to the fact that you were in a lot of shitty situations. However, like I said, educate yourself before you post something online. Please stop spreading misinformation about dissociative identity disorder, because there are people in this world that cannot get diagnosed, and they're going to look on the internet and see your video and they're going to think that's the truth when it's not. That is not DID. There are so many different things in the mental health world that what you have could be. And I also know, because I do the same thing, you kind of work through all the different mental health things, and it's like, oh, I might have this, or I might have that, or like, for a while, not for a while, I still think I have BPD. I am not diagnosed. It is something that I have brought up to my doctor, but her reasoning for why I don't have BPD is because I don't have black and white thinking. She negated all of the other, what do they call it? All of the other symptoms I do have related to BPD, and told me that I didn't have BPD solely because I don't have black and white thinking, which actually is not true. She doesn't know me in my personal life. It's all or nothing. Like, I'm also an all or nothing type of a person, which I'm working on, and it's taken me a lot of personal work to get there. There also has been a time where I thought I had DID, and I'm not 100% sure because I don't know. But at the same time, it is something that I will be bringing up to my mental health care team and not just post on the internet saying I have something. That's why I'm saying I don't know if I have something. I don't want to put content on the internet and make people think that I know what I'm talking about, because half the time I don't. I, like most YouTubers, or good YouTubers or informational YouTubers, at least try and do as much research as I possibly can before I post something. Or at least what I know. And what I know, Trisha Paytas, is that you do not know what you're talking about. You not only dated somebody with this mental illness, but you ignored what she taught you about this mental illness. You went too far. You're gonna have to live with it now. The whole world is gonna see your video now, or hopefully not. Hope that people report your videos, at least the ones about mental health, because especially when it comes to dissociative identity disorder. But like I said, everybody, I'm going to post people that actually know what they're talking about in the description box below. I will also maybe hopefully try to link them in the video. Who knows if I'll be able to actually figure it out. At least one mental health professional that is on YouTube that I know of, down in the description box. Her name's Katie.
She's fucking awesome.
She also has information. It's a lot of information, but it's on different forms of mental illness and not just like a singular thing. I really don't want to spew hate, but it's more of like, please stop spreading misinformation. Please do the research before you post it online. And please, please, please remove your videos. It really does look like you're just jumping on a bandwagon in order to get views. And that's what this video is going to look like too. But at the same time, it's more of like, don't listen to Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas has no idea what she's talking about. And that sucks. Because you wish people that are posting stuff online would at least be somewhat educated about what they're talking about. And it's really disappointing watching somebody with tenure on YouTube doing that. So, anyways, I love you guys. Much love in this COVID-19 world right now. Everybody stay safe. Wash your hands. Make today great, guys. I was up early and watched the sunrise. Educate yourself, people. Much love. Like I said, I don't want to tell you that you do or don't have a mental illness. I just want you to get help. That, sorry. What was I talking about?